Student A is one of the high-tiered students in the classroom. His math and analytical skills are advanced for mathematics. Asked him how he determined that 1/3 was larger than 1/6, and he replied, because in fractions, the lower number denominator increases the size of the items left over. I asked if he was sure, and he said he was. I then asked him to prove it to me, and he used a ruler to show me thirds and sixths. He showed that the area between 1/3 to 1 was larger than the area between 1/6 to 1. For additional instruction or recommendations for this student, I would have him draw out using a set or area model to show his work. I understand that he knows his mathematics, but this would help his teachers recognize how he was thinking and how he came up with the answer. Student B is one of the students who struggle with mathematics. His test scores are always in the partial proficient area. When asked about math, he told me that numbers confuse him. I asked him to elaborate, and he said that sometimes too many numbers cause him to pick an answer because he just doesn't understand. With the problem of which is greater, 1/6 or 1/3, he stated that 1/6 was larger. I asked him how he came to that conclusion, and he said that everybody knows that 6 is larger than 3. I told him that yes, 6 is larger than 3, but we are looking at numbers that are smaller than 1. I had him draw two rectangles of similar size and had him break them into thirds and sixths. I then had him shade in 1/3 and 1/6 and showed him that 1/3 was larger than 1/6. My recommendation to the student is to draw out the problems using rectangles, since he knows the part-whole aspect of fractions, and then to shade in the areas to determine which number is larger. I also spoke to my mentor teacher regarding the student, and was told that he rushes his work, and an additional recommendation is to have the student slow down and recheck his work. Student C is a female who stated that she is just okay with math. Although looking at her previous scores for math assessment, she is better than okay. Looking over this specific math test, I noticed that she marked it up using everything from rectangles broken into sections, circles broken into wedges, and other various forms of information to help her understand the fraction problems. For the problem in question, she used a rectangle broken into thirds and sixths. When asked how she determined to use this example, she says she knows 1/6 is 6 equal parts and 1/3 is 3 equal parts, so it was easy to draw the boxes and figure out what was the larger number. She said that she does need to read the question and picture in her mind. That helps her think about the right answer. She admits that this doesn't always work, but for now it works. She says she loves to think about the problems and to spend time on them. However, she realizes that she spends too much time on some problems. She says she struggles with word problems because she's trying to figure out what is exactly needed for her. My recommendation to the student would be to continue what she's doing. Continue to work at the problems and that she can do, and use the area, set, or number line models. My recommendation for her for word problems is to recommend for her to read the problem once, then reread it and pull the numbers out and make notes about what she needs to do, and then reread it a third time to solve the problem using the model that best works for her.